Hello guys, my name is Masood. Today we will discuss about the selection sort algorithm. Before starting this algorithm and tutorial, let me tell you that starting algorithm of selection sort is it's a very easy algorithm to understand. There is no such any type of rocket science to understand this algorithm. So before starting diving into the selection sort algorithm, first we will see that what is basically an algorithm. Algorithm is basically derived when if we talk about the history of algorithm, it's derived from the Muhammad Musa al-Khwarizmi, who was basically a Muslim mathematician who was in Baghdad, and he was also a founder of algebra as well. So what is algorithm actually? Algorithm is something that you can use to sort or order things. In simple way, it's a way to sort or order things. A computer program can be viewed as an elaborate algorithm. In mathematics and computer science, an algorithm usually means a small procedure that solves a recurrent problem. So if anyone asks from you that what is algorithm, you can simply tell him that it is a manner or way to solve a problem. It is a way a manner you can use to sort or order things. Just a way to sort or order things. In computer science, we use it to make programs, to build logic, and to solve any problem. Let me give you two examples where we can use algorithm. First example is encryption algorithm. Like whenever in computer science we transfer data from one position to another position, which is data which is basically secure, we use the encryption algorithm. It is a way to encrypt the data when we are transferring data one place to another place. IT security person will definitely understand this type of example. What does that mean? Basically, an algorithm to transform the data so that it will be encrypted and no one can read it when the data is transferred. Second example is basically of Google. Uh, Whenever Google search engine, whenever you type some sort like what is basically a search engine, so Google takes the input of your text and search on basis of your keywords. It uses the text as a keyword which you have entered and search the web, search the YouTube, search any engines, etc. So basically the keywords on the basis of keywords, your keyword means the text you have entered. So the key on basis of keyword, it builds it's their own criteria, it's their own algorithm to search on the web. So Google also used an algorithm for searching on the net. Okay. Um, so this is all about algorithm. What is algorithm? Algorithm is basically something that you can use to sort or order things. This is called an algorithm. Now we will move towards the algorithm of selection sort. Guys, let me tell you first one thing. The selection sort is I think, the most easiest manner of sorting algorithm. In selection sort, you find the biggest item, put it first on the list, then find the next biggest item, put it second on the list, and so on. If, for example, if we have two apples here, then we will find that this is the biggest apple and then this is the second. Similarly, this is the biggest item, then this one and this one. Similarly, this one is the biggest item, then this one second is the biggest item, and then this is the third biggest item. So what is the basically criteria? It is the way to sort the list. Sort or means sequencing the things, sequencing the list. So selection sort criteria is that we find basically the biggest item in the list. Okay, now let me give you one more example how to selection sort. Like there, let me give you an example. For example, you have uh, five flowers here: A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, each flower has its own size, which is basically different from any other flower. So from this, the method to selection sort is to just find the biggest flower, put it on top of your list, find the next biggest flower, put it second on your list, find the next biggest flower, put it third on your list, keep going until you have sorted all the flowers. If we apply this logic on this list, what happened? What is, let me ask you, what is the biggest flower? You would notice that B is the biggest flower in this list. So it will come on top of the list. After B, what is the biggest flower? You would notice that B is the biggest flower. So B will come after E. Then what is the biggest flower after B? It is E. So E is the next biggest flower after B. Then A is the next biggest flower, and then C is the biggest flower. So whatever the biggest item, it will come on top of the list, and then next biggest flower, then next biggest flower, and then next biggest flower. Keep going like this. So in this way, if you talk about D, D, E, A, and then C, it will be the sorted list. Okay, the biggest item will come on top of the list, then next biggest item, and then next biggest item. So what is the basically the criteria of selection sort? You find the biggest item in the list, put it on top of the list, then find the next biggest item, put it on the second place, then the third biggest item, and then fourth biggest item. So this is the criteria of selection sort, that how we can sort a list or sequence a list. So hope you understand. Now we can discuss just a simple activity. There are three basically examples, three lists are there. I'm just giving you for your own practice. You can use it. Like we have one list, this one, in which we have uh, uh, the pentagon here. This is the pentagon. So this is the list of pentagon of different sizes. This is the list of red, and this is the list of different things. So I would request from you to just to apply the approach of selection sort on this list of pentagon. Let me give you just a simple, I can give you an idea. What you would do, you would find the biggest item in this list. So what is the biggest item? E is the biggest item, and then C is the biggest item. So what you would do, I would request you to just apply the approach of selection sort here on this particular, these three lists, and approaching applying the same approach and sequence this particular list 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Just apply the approach of selection sort and sequence the and ordering the things in the by using the selection sort. Just remember that selection sort means you just apply, you just find the biggest item on top of the list, then next the biggest item, and then next biggest item, and then the other biggest item. Okay, so this is the basically approach of selection sort. What is algorithm? Algorithm is just, selection sort is basically an algorithm. And what is basically an algorithm? Algorithm is a way or something to order or sequence the thing, to solve a problem. Order or sequence means you just solve a problem, or you just bring a sequence in the things in the list. A way algorithm is a way to make things in order or in sequence. Okay, and selection sort is, is a way in which is a algorithm in which we find the biggest item first, make it on the top, and then the next biggest item, and then the biggest item. So this is basically what we talk about. We can say the selection sort. I have also already given you three examples. You just try to solve these examples at your home. Take a picture of this picture and try to solve it at your home. And if you have any problem, you may ask from me through the comment option of the YouTube. Hope you like this video. Just request that if you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Also subscribe to my channel, and also click on the bell option so that whenever my new video came, you may be notified accordingly. So thanks a lot for your time, and thanks a lot for attending this session. If you have any query, if you have any question that you have not understood in this video, this tutorial, you may ask from me. I love to answer your question. So thanks a lot for your time, and that's all from my side.